This lesson here, we're going to talk about intervals, pitches, half steps, whole steps, and some other things. We're going to use the key of C as an example here. And in the key of C, there's no sharps or no flats. And I'm just going to start on any C note. And I've got a picture of the keyboard here. And an interval is just a space between your pitches. So from C to D is a pitch, and from D to E is a pitch, and as you go up the keyboard, the pitch will get higher or lower. So if you was way up here at the top, it would be a very high pitch, and if you're way down here at the bottom, that'd be a very low pitch. And there's different ways of describing this, and it's all going to come together when we start putting chords together and working with scales. So for right now, we're going to work in the C scale, and there's 7 pitches in a C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's actually 12 notes if you go chromatically. And chromatically is up, hitting every note all the way up to, from the root note all the way back up to the root note. And this is called an octave. So let's back up a little bit. If you go C, C sharp, to D sharp, to E, F, and so on, all the way up, that's walking up the C scale chromatically. And there's actually 12 notes in there. So if we go back to the C, which is called the tonic, or the root position, and we're going to do this in whole steps and half steps now. From C to D is a whole step. From C to C sharp is a half step. So if you go up one half step, that sharp's a note. If you was on D and you went down a half step, that would be flatted. That would be a D flat or a C sharp. This is an enharmonic note right here because it shares the same pitch, but it's called two different things. It could be a C sharp or a D flat. This note right here, this key could be, this is an enharmonic key, and this shares the same pitch, and it could be called a D sharp or a E flat. Not to be confused here, these are just different ways that we have to show you how music is put together. So from C to C is called an octave, and there isn't any sharps or flats in the C scale. And we're going to go through how to make your chords and different things here in the next lesson. But that's really all you need to know. From C to D is a whole step. From C to C sharp is a half step. From D to E is a whole step. And then if you brought it down and made it a E flat, you'd have to drop it down a half step. And E to F is actually a whole step. And B to C is actually a whole step. And remember, from C to C is called an octave. And we'll go over this more as I go through these lessons.